Hello and welcome back to another Get Ready With Me for Work, where I get ready, do my makeup for work, and ramble on about certain subjects. Today I'm going to be using the Colourpop Bratz dolls. This is the Girls Night Out palette. At least that's what I was led to believe the name of the palette was. And this is what the palette looks like. It looks very fun. That's why I got the palette. Lots of pinks and purples and blues. Right up my alley. I don't know, as usual, I don't know what kind of look I'm gonna do. But I usually just start off somewhere and then we end. We end somewhere. And it's usually somewhere good. Usually we end up in a good place. So let's go ahead and get started. This is an unedited Get Ready With Me, so there will be lots of times of silence, especially when I'm gathering my thoughts about something. Let me go ahead and put on some lip oil, some e.l.f. Reviver lip oil. This is in the shade Pink Quartz, I believe. Just something to keep my lips from being, they're just feeling very over dry right now. I got lots of things over here. Lip balms, lip oils, lip this, lip that, to keep my lips nice and nourished while I do my eye work. I'm going to start off with this with the shade called Dump Him. So I'm going to start off with that shade right there. Just dump him. I was never into Bratz dolls. That was after I had already grown out of toys. I was a Barbie girl. So, but they always looked kind of scary to me. I don't know. Like, I guess they're supposed to be grown-ups or teenagers or something like that. I don't know. What's the lore behind Bratz dolls exactly? I'm not sure. I am not sure. And my daughter, when my daughter came along, Bratz dolls had already left the scene. They had already moved on. So I wanted to talk today about under and overconsumption cores, which have been a big thing. Well, underconsumption core, especially like on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard of it. People act like it's a new thing, when it's basically not really a big thing. It's just kind of like pinching your pennies, saving money, basically living a normal life, budgeting your money, how to get the most use out of what you have. I'm going to talk more about like makeup underconsumption, but there's lots of videos out there on what they call underconsumption core. And like I'm saying, they're acting like it's a new thing out there, but let me give you a brief history lesson. Influencer marketing has led us to believe that overconsumption is normal. We watch influencers do big hauls, buy stuff, gross overconsumption, just gross amounts of overconsumption. And then they come back and tell us that it's their job to do these things. That they are, and I am a product of overconsumption too. I overconsume. Not to the point, and not to the point that these influencers overconsume. And you can say, well, they get massive amounts of PR. It's still overconsumption. They still get massive amounts of things. Whether they're buying it or getting it in PR, it's still consumption. And they're making us believe that, even though they keep telling us, this isn't normal, this is my job, I'm doing this for you so you can make informed decisions, it's still making, back in the 2016s, 2017s, it made people want big collections of makeup. 2018s, 2019s even, made people want, it made me want a big collection of makeup. And I got a big collection of makeup. It gives people FOMO when all these collections come out, and influencers. I'm not blaming influencers entirely, but they share some of the blame. Because they're not your best friend. They do this because they have their affiliate codes, and they want you to buy through their affiliate codes. So overconsumption has become a big deal in the last 10 years or so. 10 years or so. Well, overconsumption's always been a big thing. Always been a big thing. So, but to regular people, what am I trying to say this? Brands have always been trying to sell to you. Brands have always been trying to sell to you, and they've been coming up with unique ways to do it. And influencer marketing is the latest and greatest new way of doing it, especially in the makeup world. Let's send influencers PR. They will promote it. We'll give them a code. They'll talk great about it because they want to make money. I'm way overusing this dump him, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to go over to this. I'm sitting here talking and just blending this dump him color. Okay, I'm going to go into Stepping Out. Okay, we're going to do a deep look. And I can't believe I'm just sitting here blending that one color. And then this is what happens when I get to talking. And so they get the influencers talking about their stuff. They make friends with the influencers. This is what I don't get. Making friends with the influencers. Ew, I love this color. Because when you get friendly with the brand, of course you want to talk more. more favorably about them. Wouldn't you? Okay, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm getting off on a tangent about influencers. Anyway, so overconsumption. Anyway, underconsumption. If you go, I still want to talk about overconsumption a little bit. So you go on TikTok and you see all these must-have videos. Must have this, must have this. You see in their little things, they're Amazon must-haves, but they're all links. They're all links to their Amazon stores where they get commission if they sell you their products. So are they really must-haves if they're getting a commission off of it? I don't think so. Not really. Wow, look how pigmented that color was. So these influencers are not doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. So as a pushback, we've got underconsumption core, which is basically just going back to the way things were and using up, I'll go back to makeup as an example, just using what you have, just using the makeup that you have and enjoying the makeup that you have. But I know influencers aren't going to do, there are some influencers that do full faces of makeup. That's nothing new. But they don't get the views because they don't get the recognition that they deserve because nobody wants to watch full faces of makeup of nothing new. Unless, of course, they're talking about something interesting. We are doing a dark look today. Which is why I want to change up my programming. Like, I have new stuff, like this palette here. Like this Colourpop palette here. I do have this, and I do want to use it. But starting next year, I want to start just using the makeup that I have. And just buying the makeup that I think would add to my collection. In a way that I don't have, as in, I don't think I have that in my collection that would, you know what I'm saying. Something I don't already have in my collection. That is a deep black. That is a dark black. Deep dark black. So only things I think that would benefit my collection. Oh, this has some heavy fallout. Okay, I'm gonna carve out. I think I went a little bit too far up into my brow line. This is probably going to be a longer video today. I'm spending a lot of time on my eye makeup. Okay, let's talk about shimmers here for a minute. I absolutely want to go into this shade. Okay, what shades have I used? I've used Dump Him, Steppin' Out, and Tonight's the Night. And this one is Girls Night Out. Okay. That's the one I want to use. Oh, yes. Colourpop has really stepped up their shimmers in the last year or so. That's why I'm going to be decluttering a lot of shadows, a lot of palettes, and I'm probably going to be getting rid of a lot of old Colourpop palettes. So anyway, under consumption core, there are levels. There are definitely levels to under consumption core, and some of them go to the extremes of using it's mainly just using that product that you have, using products that you have. With makeup, you just want to be careful and not use expired makeup, because I've seen videos of people using their clean makeup, especially, way past the point of expiration date. If you are doing under consumption core, or I even hate to call it that. I hate to call it that. It's just, if you're just not buying new products and just using what you have, please throw out what goes bad. And if you're not using something, don't hate pan something. Don't hate pan what you have just in the name of trying to use it up. It's okay. It's okay to give it to somebody else. And if you really don't like it anymore, it's okay to just get rid of it. We've all been there. Just do better next time. And just don't buy anything. Just keep it in mind not to buy anything like that again. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Just a lot of fallout. So today is December 21st. I'm doing my Project Palette 365, where I am using all my palettes at least once every day. That is my under consumption core project for the year. I do not do project pans, although I might start up one. After I'm done with my Project Palette project. I see those are becoming more popular. But I've just been noticing especially with my last video, me talking about all the brands, especially the indie brands, just churning and burning stuff out, that I think it is just putting people in fatigue mode. With wanting to buy things. I mean, yeah, it's Christmas time and time to buy stuff, but we can only buy so much stuff, right? Okay, I'm gonna go clean up this mess, put on some mascara, and I'll be right back, and I'll be looking less of a mess. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and here is the eye look so far. I always recommend doing the eyes first, personally, but that is just me. Okay, I'm going to be using this Supergoop Protectint Daily SPF Tint. It is in SPF 50. I hear that the NYX is going to be putting out a SPF tint next. I think that is cool. I might try that and see if it's as good as this, because this is real good. Of course, I have to mix it with my moisturizer so it doesn't come off as drying. But yeah, like that is one thing to make your products last further. If you're interested in making your products last further, there are videos, there are TikToks on that. That's what I'm talking about under Consumption Core. They help you learn tricks to make your products last longer. But I'm telling you, just do not do not make them go past the expiration date. Or, I know the expiration date sometimes is a suggestion for us, like especially with powder products. Just keep your eye out for mold, keep your eye out for funky smells, especially with cream products. I think Under Consumption Core is just a new name for living like a normal person. Some of these Under Consumption Core videos go to the extreme, like basically holding things together with shoestrings, and I'm talking literally. I'm like, look, you can buy things you need at Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be that serious, but with like food products and stuff, don't mess around with Under Consumption Core and your food products. Now, I'm just talking about makeup here, but as far as making your food last longer, please don't make yourself sick. In the effort to save a couple of dollars. And for makeup's sake, it's better to go without makeup than to cause yourself a skin irritation. So, how was everybody's Thanksgiving weekend? Let's see, the last time I filmed was on Thanksgiving Day. So, Thanksgiving morning. So, I came home that night and we had a very, very small but very nice meal. And it was just 5 of us. My brother and my nephew did come over, but they didn't eat with us. But they came and spent some time with us. So that was nice. And yeah, with all of this, be sure to pass along your products that you're not using. Like I said, pass them on to somebody who will use them. And like I said, don't feel guilty if you can't. Like I said, if you absolutely hate something, don't try to pan it and hate pan it. I've done hate panning before, and it is totally not worth it in the long run. You just absolutely, makeup should be fun. Makeup should be fun and we should not be hate panning things that we don't like. It's not good for our mental health. It's not good for our souls. Makeup should be fun. It should be therapy for us. At least for me it is. And if you're consuming beauty content on the internet, I'm thinking that the beauty stuff is therapy for you too. If you heard that, that is my stomach. And I'm sitting here drinking coffee. I don't usually get that hungry this early in the morning. Coffee usually is enough to satiate me. Well, I am hungry. I am hungry. No, not hangry. I'm hungry. And I'm going to try to turn my channel into more of an, I hate the word underconsumption, because it's just living, because before I got into makeup, I just used what I had. I only bought blush when I ran out of the one blush that I had. I only bought one mascara at a time. I only had one eyeshadow palette. Was that under consumption core? No, that was just living like a normal person. Now, I might have had about 5 lipsticks, but that's, you know. A girl's gotta have some options, you know. So, I don't know. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Have y'all seen any of this underconsumption core? I think it's just a backlash at what we've been seeing with influencers in this, because I mean, y'all remember seeing those? I spent $5,000 at, oops, I spent $5,000 at Shein. When no, you didn't. You didn't spend $5,000 at Shein. Shein gave you a $5,000 credit to spend at their store. And no, you didn't spend $1,000 at Sephora. Sephora gave you that money to spend at their store. How to open this? Okay. And now you're just doing an ad for Sephora that you're not disclosing. Or you're doing an ad for Shein that you're not disclosing. And you've got your followers thinking, oh my gosh, I want to do a Shein haul. Look at all those fun clothes. This must be normal. I'm talking about like young viewers. I know those of us who've been around long enough to know better. I just remember one day when my little girl was, this is the power of advertising, you guys. When my little girl was, we used to only watch like Nickelodeon kids that didn't have commercials. When my kids were growing up, the channels that didn't have the commercials. But one day we were watching a channel that had commercials on it, and a commercial for OxyClean came on. Probably the first commercial my daughter had ever seen. And she turns to me and goes, do you think we should get that for Daddy? You think Daddy would like some OxyClean? And I was like, they get them young, don't they? I was like, no, honey, we don't need any OxyClean. So brands are just finding new ways, new, innovative. I like that word, innovative. I like saying it like that. Innovative ways to get their money. And we've got to learn how to close those wallet books, because we need to save. We need to save for our futures. For our kids' futures. Here I am again, going at it hard with the bronzer. Well, I'm yapping. What was that? Even if we're not putting ourselves in debt, we need to be saving money back. And that's going to be my goal for next year, is to put a certain amount of money back. I'm going to make a goal and say I'm going to put this certain amount. Now, I know emergencies might come up. And that's fine. If something happens, it happens. But my goal next year is to raise a certain amount of money, and what that amount of money is, I need to still determine. Yes. Oh wait, that's not what I want. This is what I want. This highlighter right here. I've got so much makeup. It will last me 10 lifetimes at this point. And I know I am a what you call it? Emotional buyer. I will let my emotions lead me to buy things. I think the last big purchase I'm gonna make will be on December 26th, and it's gonna be the Beautylish Lucky Bag as a Christmas present to myself. And I don't know if I'm going to be buying the big one or the little one. I bought the little one last year and I really, really liked it. That is the mystery bag from Beautylish that they do every year. So I'll be doing that. Okay, where is my, where are you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise, but I'm always losing the brushes that I need. You will do. I'll probably just buy the small one. There's no need for me to buy the big one. That's where I got probably my favorite thing that I've been using all year long is this highlighter brush from Wayne Goss. I've been using that all year long. And I don't know, that probably paid for the bag, as expensive as his brushes are. Okay, I'm gonna put you over here so I don't lose you. Okay, now for lips, and then we'll finish the okay, I knew this was gonna, we'll finish the lashes. We'll finish the eyes. I knew this was gonna be a longer video. So yeah, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Underconsumption Core. I know some people take it to extremes. The most extreme thing I saw was some person took a tin can lid and some rubber bands and made a soap dish with it. That's what I thought. Can you really not go to Dollar Tree and buy a soap dish? I guess if you're really in a pickle and you really need a soap dish, I don't know. I don't really want to be one to judge. Okay, I'm going into stepping out. Because I've used Dollar Tree for lots of things, even food. So I am not one to judge, believe me. I've never tried Dollar Tree or Dollar General makeup before though. That'd be something to try. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Trying some budget makeup. I don't know. Do they sell makeup at Dollar Tree? I like Dollar Tree. I used to go to Dollar Tree all the time. I haven't been in years though. Okay. We're gonna do a pencil eyeliner, and then we're gonna do an inner corner highlight. We're gonna use Makeup Forever. This look is way too much for work. But oh well, at least I don't care. It worked. Okay, we've got a nice white. It's called Passion for Fashion. And we're going to use this on the inner corner. I'm already way out there for work, but it's Sunday. Nobody's going to be there. I'm filming this on Sunday. Nobody's going to be there to appreciate my look. Okay. Oh, let me take my hair down. Hold on just a second. Okay, here is my finished look for work. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the subject and everything like that. And thank you so much for joining me today on this Get Ready With Me for Work. I'm probably going to be start doing these again 2 times a week again, and do more lives and less edited content, because the edited content just really isn't doing all that great, and I would just really rather put more of my time into these, into the live streams. So the edited content is going to get less attention. So if you want to see more edited material, then please go watch my edited material, and give it thumbs up, and I will consider making more edited material. So without that all said, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one, and good vibes to everybody, and take care. Goodbye.